Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm doing this quick little scope. This is Lady Business, also known as Pennix-Brown, and this morning's topic, I was having a discussion yesterday, and we were talking about, how people have side hustles, and the discussion went in such a great direction. So first of all, I want to tell you that this is going to be a great little scope. So please invite your followers. Please go ahead and share it on Twitter and just tune in, because this is going to be a great scope. And I know that there is somebody out here this morning that needs this message. Good morning, Nola. How are you today? Hey, EM Creative. How are you? And anybody else, just let me know where you're scoping in from and, what type of business you have. So if you have one main business and then you do some things on the side, this might be for you. Because I got an email yesterday and one person was asking me for something that was sent to them way back in January. And I don't have the file anymore because that was January. And what I do is I typically purge emails because I get a lot of emails on a regular basis. So I can't keep every email that I have, especially if I feel like it's not really important anymore. So the email was deleted. But in talking with one of my best friends at Bias Benson, so please make sure you follow at Bias Benson. One of the things that we were talking about was, everybody has a side hustle. So she was just saying, okay, well, my main thing is designing clothes. Okay, fine. That's what's been making her be a full-time entrepreneur by herself with nobody else's help for the last 3 years, three years consecutively, right? So I said, okay, now her side hustle is the photography, because she started life in photography and fashion. And when I'm telling you, every time she does another photo shoot, I'm just more and more amazed at how just great her photography is. So she did a photo shoot on Sunday, and she was just saying, okay, well, I didn't go to GHO Saturday night or on Sunday. And for my people that don't know what GHO is, that is NCANT State University's homecoming. So they call it the greatest homecoming on earth. They have the moniker GHO for everybody who doesn't know what GHO is. So she's like, no, what I did on Sunday was I did a photo shoot. The photo shoot was about 4 hours. And then yesterday she's like, I'm going to spend the day editing the photos. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Do that. And she's basically just saying, one of the things to take into consideration is I can't spend but so much time with the photography portion because I still have orders to get out from my people that have ordered from me. Because when you hand make clothes, you have to sit there and actually make them. Oh my God, I know that's like a crazy concept. So I'm like, okay, so she's just like, yeah, I could see how the side hustle could take over the main job if you really, really just focused on that. So it got me to thinking, well, are you cheating on your main business with your side hustle? I mean, that's a real question. Are you cheating on your main business with your side hustle? And so for me, it's like, there were times when I did used to cheat on my main business with a side hustle because I would figure that this can make money. So let's go ahead and devote this time to this thing right here, as opposed to taking that time and energy and putting it into the main business. So I am sure, and give me some hearts because I know you have done it, or I know somebody that has done this, that has a main business that they've probably been working on for maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, and maybe they're not feeling that it's as successful as they want to be, or maybe they're not getting what they feel like they should out of this main business. So then they bring in a side hustle, because with the side hustle, what they want to do is they want to make some more money on the side, essentially, right? Now, thank you for asking. My main business is called Lady Business. What I do is, let me give you the primary of it, because Lady Business has changed since I originally incorporated. What I do currently is I train other people to start their businesses. So I teach for the small business centers and another number of private institutions here in North Carolina to help people start their businesses. So my primary main business now, what I do for income is I teach. And with that being the case, then what happens is my main contracts come from higher education institutions. So that's the main business. Now, honestly, anything outside of the main business can lend to it. So, but it shouldn't be anything that takes away from it. So for me, If I need to make sure that I have my contracts in place, then I can do other things. So until I make sure that those things are together, I don't do stuff outside of the main business. Now, what's similar to the main business but not the same is when I take on private clients. Now, the private clients, honestly, in comparison to the main business, are honestly substantially less, only because I want to be able to help. I really, really want to be able to help, thank you so much, Janae, small businesses, which means I charge them by the hour. But I know that a small business that's just a startup can't afford the amount that the school could start. So when I look at this, my main business means I need to get these contracts. So there were things that I had to do over the last couple of weeks because of the fact that schools are cyclical. So if you don't have your stuff into the school by a certain time, then you will not get a contract for the next semester unless they just re-up. So as of right now, I have decided that I am going to definitely work with, I'm going to eliminate one contract as far as it being a series. And then I'll probably go there maybe once a semester as opposed to like 4 to 6 times in a semester. So the answer to your questions is yes, I do work with nonprofits. My primary clients are female-owned businesses and nonprofits. Why? Because I love people that have a passion about their business, who I don't work well with. I don't work well with people that are just like, oh, I just want to do something. I just want to make some money. No. That's not my client. I also don't work well with people who don't understand that they need to pay that fee ahead of time before we meet. That's not my client. Can we meet and can we just have a cup of coffee? No, ma'am. Because you know why? And it's usually ma'am, okay? It's usually the ladies. Oh, can we just talk? Can I just pick your brain? No, that's called a consultation, which means you pay for that. All right. Now, it used to be when I first started that I would be like, yeah, sure. No, we don't do that because see, a cup of coffee, that's maybe $3. Let's get bougie with it. That's maybe $6 at Starbucks. That's not my client. I'm not giving you an hour of my time for $6. That can't happen. I mean, minimum wage is $7.25. Okay. So let's be clear. I'm not going to do that. But this is the thing. You have to realize that your business is seasonal. So what's going to happen in one season may not necessarily be prevalent in the next season. So for me, and I don't really consider my clients a side hustle. I just want to let you know that. My clients are just not the primary thing that brings me business. Could I survive in my business without having individual clients, like, individual people? Yeah, I sure could, because I've already made sure that the main business is set up to be successful, regardless of the fact of me having an individual client. Now, on Sunday, I was listening to a young lady. Oh, God, I can't even remember her name because it was my first time listening to her. But she's also a business coach. And, a lot of people say they do things, but I was listening to her and I'm just like, she teaches basically just like I teach. But one word that she was saying was sustainability. And I just said, you know what? People are not putting themselves into the place to have a sustainable business, which is why they cheat on their main business with the side hustle. So if you look at this is just like if it's a dude and he got a side chick on the side, he's going to make the side chick look pretty. He's going to do whatever. And then the main thing is just staying there, just sitting there, just being regular. So for me, that can't happen. So the main business has to be prosperous. It has to be sustainable before I even think about the side hustle. So now, even in my example, the main business is the big colleges. Then you go from there to the clients. Now that to me is still essentially the same thing because I'm doing the same thing. I'm still teaching people how to work and start up their business. The other part of mine that would be side hustle would be the events that I do. Because I am going to be honest with you. I am an addict sometimes when it comes to doing events. And it's just because I've been doing them for so long that it's just like, oh, it's easy. Let's just put it together. What's the date, time, location, and let's do an event. So anybody else that is addicted to doing events, it is so crazy. And it's just like you see a hole, you see a date that's open and it's like, yes, mine, the precious, an event. And you can't help it. Also, you get addicted to doing events because you see some ragtag rah-rah events that are not worth anything that you go to. And it's just like, I could do this better. I had to fight that addiction to doing events. Okay. And see, community events are a little bit different. So this is, I'm going into my point, right? I love doing events, but then I have to realize this is for me. It may not be for everybody else. Doing events on a regular basis, especially if you try to do them larger, requires so much more time and money. And the effort of time to me is even more important than the money, because I could spend my time doing something else to build the main business. I can't allow the side hustle of an event to take over what I'm doing with the business. So I said, okay, let's do events then that make sense with the business. So, just FYI, the 90-Day Focus, the conference, I've already scheduled that, and that is going to be January 30th. So for everybody that knows what the 90-Day Focus is, it is the book that I am working on that will be out, this year, and the graphic designer has it now. And so praise the Lord, I went and bought those ISBN numbers, got the barcode, all of that good stuff. So since the last time I've talked to you, we've been productive, definitely, because that to me is a part of the main business. So should I take away from the main business to do some other nonsense? And it's just like, no. What are you going to do that's going to make the main business grow? Now I'm going to give you one more example of this, because I see it happen on a regular basis. And Janae is on here. She knows we kind of talked about this before. I had to pause on it because I never want anybody to be offended by my opinion, but I also have to take into consideration I can't control you and how you feel about something, just like you can't control my opinion. I'm going to say this, and I want you to understand this. MLM companies. I think MLM companies can be wonderful. I think that people can make a bunch of money in them. But what I've been seeing is people that have been in business for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they're not getting the results that they want. So then they jump into an MLM company, to me, for the wrong reason. They jump into it because the MLM companies hype you up on the ability to make so much money so quickly. And that is true. But the time that it takes for you to build a team, the time that it takes for you to get those customers onto this new business, it takes away from your main business. The MLM company, and this is only for some people, the MLM company is the side chick. That's the side hustle. Okay. And so this is the thing about the MLM companies. There's always another level to reach. People are never going to be satisfied. And what we talked about is the only person that's at the top is the person that started the MLM company. So you can even become a millionaire with the MLM company, but you're never going to be the top person unless you started this company. And I need you to think about that. And I'm not saying that the MLM company cannot be your main business. So I think if you're really going to go gung-ho into the MLM company, then that should be the main business, and let everything else be your side chick. Let that be your side hustle. Don't cheat on the main business with your side hustle. Every hour that you spend away from doing stuff for the main business is time that you could have spent getting a new customer, building your website, putting things on your social media presence. It could have been building your email list. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to really truly evaluate your main business and tell yourself, I am going to focus on this main business 90 minutes a day for 90 consecutive days to get the results that I want. Now, let's say you want to take my example of the 90-day focus. If you want to take that 90 days and you want to put it toward the main business, and then you want to give another 90 minutes to the side business, okay. But I'm telling you, when you divide your time up, you are not putting in all the extra emphasis that you could into this business. So what happens with the MLM company, take the ideas that they give you and apply that to your current business. What do they want you to do? Get your friends and family first. Okay. They want you to get a customer and then talk somebody else into it. That's the same thing you need to do for your main business. So I applaud the MLM system, because what they do is they say, we're going to take this little thing and we're going to put it together for you. If you just do what we say, it will work. Why can't people do the same thing for their own business? Stop treating your main business like a side chick. Stop treating your main business like it's just a side hustle. Whatever you would do for that MLM company, why can't you do it and apply that to your own business? Mentors. Yes, people. And that's probably what people like about the MLM system. See, when you're in your regular business, sometimes you may feel like there's not an accountability partner or there's not a mentor. But I would posit that there is a person or an organization around that can help you. So in addition, I am a SCORE mentor. Now, SCORE used to be Society of Retired Executives, but SCORE is really for people that have been successful in business to help train you and really go over your ideas with you so that this way you can be successful. So anybody across the United States can go to SCORE. Now, there's also the SBTDC, which is based on technology. So if you're a little bit further along in your business and you need to really kind of grow capital, you want to look up SBTDC. Okay, now the T is not always there, so some of them may be SBDC. So just look that up online. In addition to that, I'm sure that there are local community colleges, and I know for a fact that every community college in the state of North Carolina has a small business center. You may also find that your local college has a small business center or some type of entrepreneurship program. So the excuse of you can't get help from somewhere doesn't make sense to me. It's not logical. If you feel like you need a system, look at, and the MLM systems are actually really good for telling you what to do with your business. Go to one of those meetings and look and see what they're telling you to do for that and apply that to your business. Because if I need to get my friends and family into something, I have to put together a business that people want to see. So that means you need to make sure that the name is correct, that you have your social media things down, that you, if you're going to do the business for real, that you incorporate in your state. It's a lot of things that you need to do in order to make sure that your business can be successful. And I'm just going to tell you too, posting once a day on social media is not enough. It's really not. So when people tell me, okay, I'm doing the social media, but I'm not getting the results that I want. Number one, who are you posting to? What are you posting about? And who's the target demographic? Some people just posting just to be posting. I'm just going to put some stuff up here. That is not really giving your main business all the love that it needs. Because if you are going to do this and breathe this every day, are you only going to make sure that you put something out once a day to let people know about how great your business is, about how they should hire you, about how they should buy your product? Look at the big companies. You can emulate them. I'm definitely not saying copy, because number one, the really big companies, we don't have the money on a regular to put out commercials like they do. Okay. But like Janae said, make noise. Tell people about your business on a consistent basis. So I'm going to just give you this final example. So even in me talking to Bias Benson, I told her, I said, okay, so look at these testimonials that you have. Do you take the testimonials and then put them up online? Like for me, what I do is I screenshot the testimonials and then I show other people that people care about my business. Okay. And people, are loving what I'm doing and hopefully what I'm bringing to the table to help them grow. These are not even people that are clients all the time. These are people that just like the content that's put out. Hey, Fit to the T. Good morning, Tabitha. Okay. Let me jump back in. But this is the thing. People will see what you're doing. And if you don't think they're watching, they are watching. So stop playing games with your business. Stop treating your business like it's a side hustle and focus on the main thing that makes you money. So even back to this with Bias Benson, I'm like, you see all of these customers that are sending you things that are telling people how great they are, how wonderful they feel. Do you put that out on your Instagram? No, I just put it out. And I'm just like, okay, see, listen. I told her, I said, this is one thing that you may not realize about your business and about your skills. I said, when I look at your photography and I see how you were able to make people feel when they're in your clothes, I am personally in awe of that. I am in awe of the talent that you have. And if I'm in awe, somebody else would be in awe too. Like, I don't feel like you just make clothes to just put something on your body. I feel like you give people confidence in their clothes, which that's something that every outfit can't do. That's something that every designer can't do. You make a woman feel confident, and that happens through the photography and also through the clothes. So she's just like, oh, well, I didn't really. Okay, but see, that's the thing. When people are telling you how wonderful they are, there was one comment on there that a young lady made that said, people told me I was too old and they told me I was too fat to model, but you made me feel special and you made me feel like my dream is not dead. Come on. It can't be a better testimonial than somebody saying, I'm doing what I want to do because of how you made me feel. And I felt like that was something powerful. So I'm like, I need you to screenshot this and show other people. And I am in awe. If other women see your business like that, and not just women, but women and men, you know, but her primary client is women. Don't you think that other people will buy from you too? And it's just like, you have to see that you have to be so diligent about your main business. And she's just like, well, you know, I don't want to take away from, you're not taking away. Because that part of the business adds to the main part. But you still have to make sure that you have those customers that have been with you for the main business. And then you can add on smaller things that accentuate the business, right? So it's just like, let's say you got on a cute outfit, but if you put on those little dope earrings, ooh, all of a sudden the outfit is accentuated. That's not the same thing as, I'm just going to not even worry about what my main business is doing. I'm going to just do this little side hustle and hope that something works over here. So I just really want to tell you, stop cheating on your main business with your side hustle. What is bringing you the main money? Whatever that is, take the time over these next 90 days to focus on it. So if you start now, okay, you will get to where you want to be early in the new year. Last year, October 13th, so it's been a year. That's when I started my 90-day focus. I would encourage you to do it. Now, I'm going to just tell you one more thing. On Sunday, I am going to do a 90-day focus teleconference. And so I'll put that information up. It'll be on my Instagram. It'll be on the Facebook. It'll be on everything. And I'm going to do that at 6 o'clock on Sunday, November, whatever the Sunday is, the first Sunday in November. So what is that, like November 1st or 2nd? Whatever it is. I'm going to do that at 6 o'clock. And then I do want to let you know, if you can tune in on Friday morning, I'm going to be on Black Biz Scope. And that's a whole nother separate area kind of Periscope. But I'll be broadcasting live at 10 a.m. And I have something that I really want to tell you that you're going to love Friday morning. So if you can just tune in and continue to invite your followers, I would greatly appreciate that on Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I hope that this message has reached somebody, because I know that it's somebody that feels like their business is not doing what they need to. But you know what the problem is? Oh, it's you. You're the problem, because you're cheating on your main business with the side hustle. So if you focus on the main business, and I'm telling you, it's nothing crazy. This is not a gimmick. 90 days, 90 minutes a day for 90 consecutive days, you will see a change in your business. You need to really evaluate what you need to do versus what you want to do, versus the things that make you happy and versus the things that make you money. Because right now, if you're struggling and you're not really making any money, it's because you're not putting in enough time and you're not putting in enough emphasis. Oh, okay. Did I touch a nerve? Well, I meant to. Let's touch those nerves. I hope I see you on Sunday. I'm going to put out the teleconference number and everything, because I don't have it with me this morning. And then Friday morning, I'll see you on Black Biz Scope, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This has been Lady Business. And I just want you to know that I really want your business to be successful. But sometimes people don't realize that they're the reason that their business is not successful. You know, be faithful to your business and your business will be faithful to you. It may take a little time, but I promise if you continue to do this long enough, your business is going to do what it needs to do. It is going to grow. So my word or phrase for 2016 is new growth. New growth. Okay. Thank you so much, my Davy. The contact info. I am at Lady Business, LadyBizNess, LadyBizNess. So if you look online anywhere, then you can find me. My website is ladybusiness.com. And if you just want to send me a contact there, that's easier than going through the email, because you can just send it. It comes to my email anyway. But it's Lady Business, LadyBizNess. Now, again, I am located in Greensboro, North Carolina. Also, so the marketing sessions are going to be every Monday in November, and they're all during the daytime. Now, once we get to December, then I am going to do some evening and possibly some weekend time. So we'll let you know about that, because I still haven't decided on what the December schedule is going to be. But I do know I jumped over December and we went ahead and we put the January schedule up on the Facebook page. And the Facebook page is Lady Business Inc. INC. So if you just type in Lady Business, LadyBizNess, you will find me online. And my website is ladybusiness.com. So once again, stop cheating on your main business with the side hustle. Okay. Focus. And it will make a big difference. Now, I want to tell you to make sure that you show up and show out, and you always give it to the people. because the people need it, y'all. Have a great day.